What's the largest city in Bulgaria, and what is the population? The screen shows how long it takes the computer to read the words that he's saying to himself.
Sofia, 1.21 million.
Epcot was originally supposed to be a portal city. When you look at Disney's blueprint for Epcot, it wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be an amusement park. Just Google, look at that thing.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, gang. In today's compilation, we'll look at some creepy and interesting TikToks that'll make you question everything. And before we dive in, be sure to hit the like button because it does help me in the algorithm. Let's get it.
What's that? Oh, scientists have recently discovered that your consciousness can jump timelines and actually warn you about things that could be coming up in your future? Tell me more! Yeah, scientists have actually recently discovered groundbreaking information, and they're talking about how when you get a gut feeling that it's actually your consciousness that had jumped timelines into a future event and then came back and tried to warn you of this event. Okay? Now, it's not only just bad things that could happen to you that they're warning you about. This could be things that could put you on a path that could make you successful or get married or find the right person. Okay? This was originally thought to be just your intuition trying to lead you in the right direction. But now they're saying that this, of course, is actually your consciousness that has jumped timelines. Oh, goody. What's crazy is these gut feelings can actually tell you how to avoid death. Oh, I love it.
I don't think that's possible because somebody would at least strike the Powerball whenever it comes up.
This right here is a motherboard, and this is a pattern inside of an old Tartarian building. As you can see, they are one in the same. See, the Tartarians and our ancient ancestors knew exactly how to harness real energy, free energy. All of these ancient buildings were power plants. They harnessed energy from the ether, from the atmosphere. The motherboard circuit on the floor is just an example of the sophisticated knowledge that they had and they possessed about energy. This is why Tartaria was wiped from our history books, guys, because they want us paying the bills. They want us, slaving in the system. A world where this ancient technology still exists would not benefit the parasites at the top. And the truth has always been in plain sight, right in front of our faces. We just need the eyes to see. Peace and love.
I'm not too familiar with the Tartarian history, but it looks like a lot of intricate designs and ancient artifacts stem from that period of time.
Epcot was originally supposed to be a portal city. When you look at Disney's blueprint for Epcot, it wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be an amusement park. Just Google, look at that thing. It was. He had a dream of this. He had a dream of a city where the future would be downloaded into the people that reside in that, and it was going to be a literal. It was going to be a city of tomorrow. So it stands for experimental prototype city of tomorrow, and that's that. And then he died, so he never got to see that happen. But again, it was. I believe a temple city. He was a very religious guy. His roots are in Freemasonry, and it's in that same sacred geometry in Washington, D.C., everywhere else. That was a part of his drawings for the Epcot. Isn't that interesting?
Man, it's really mind-blowing when you start thinking about it.
Voodoo Donuts, a new donut joint that's popping up everywhere, even in places like Disneyland. And they've got quite the spread of donut designs, including ones like this and like that. And sure, most of them seem like harmless flavors like glazed or chocolate donuts. But remember, my friend, that the demonic operate in deception. People putting things into their bodies thinking it's just all marketing, without realizing the fallen operate through many mediums or many ways. Now, I'm not saying don't go. I'm going to leave that decision to you. But what I am saying is that if you're a born-again believer in Christ and you have the Holy Spirit of God inside of you, my friend, you need to exercise the spirit of discernment. And it's important for us to start connecting the dots of what's really happening in our world by walking in the Spirit of God, using discernment according to the Word of God. And it should make us question, why are these things being marketed to children? Just my thoughts and opinions. Leave a comment below. I want to know what you think.
I'm sure this donut taste is on point, but I'll pass.
Now, after watching that video, and you still decide to spend money to go to the movie theater and watch the Conjuring movie. You are mentally unstable, okay? You are a psychotic person, okay? Something is wrong with you. The man is literally being possessed by a demon, bro. That's crazy.
Some movies might seem interesting, but we gotta be careful what we allow our bodies to consume.
Okay, again, this isn't necessarily a trigger warning, but if you just got into bed and you're planning to go to sleep, don't watch this video, put it in your bookmarks, or if you just got done smoking a bowl of cereal, you might want to save this for later, or now, depending on how that goes for you. Because I'm about to tell you some stuff that's gonna wreck your mind, and don't tell me I didn't warn you. Okay, here we go. So 60 Minutes showed this episode where MIT created this absolutely insane device where this man can ask a computer questions with his mind, and the computer will answer him and send him the data back to his mind, and he actually gets the right answers. I'll show you the video at the very end, so you'll want to see that. So this is coming to our future, whether you're ready for it or not. We're going to be able to talk to computers with our minds and get answers. My question is, are we going to start using these in virtual reality simulations? Like if we walk into a simulation and it's a beach and we want to manifest a chair in our virtual reality simulation, are we going to be able to tell the computer system, do you know where I'm going with this? Because what if you removed the computer interface, okay? What if we figure out, oh, we don't need the clunky interface anymore? Or we get smaller, 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 and we learn how to just somehow... My theory is that the human body is the most highly advanced piece of technology that we have, and that's why we don't understand it. This is going to be real silly in 10 years when we realize that you're putting clunky technology on top of the highest technology. And also, maybe that's what reality is, a virtual reality simulation, and that's why we are asking subconsciously for experiences and downloading them into our virtual reality world. That's what we're doing. That's the law of attraction. That's the only thing that makes sense. And I know what you're thinking, Crystal, I just thought of a purple elephant and it didn't manifest. Because deep in your subconscious, you believe you are a limited human being, that events are randomly happening to you. You gotta change the code. You gotta change the code. That's what Jesus did, and then, whoop, I manifested a bag of fish. So expand your mind, change the code, and enjoy your expanded virtual reality experience. Here's the video.
One more. What's the largest city in Bulgaria, and what is the population? The screen shows how long it takes the computer to read the words that he's saying to himself.
Sofia, 1.21 million.
That is correct. You just Googled that.
I did.
You could be an expert in any subject. You have the entire internet in your head.
Let's see it.
If a criminal has this technology, you wanted to ask them any questions, they'll just snitch on themselves by just thinking about what they did.
US 202-3022-565-9A1. That is earbuds that are designed and patented by Apple to literally read your brainwaves, record your brainwaves. Did you know that? Holy smokes. You're not going to believe what these guys have the control to do with these. Check this out. The patent is for a biosignal sensing device using dynamic selection of electrodes. This is absolutely Apple. It is 2023 and it gets not good. Brain activity can be monitored using electrodes placed on the scalp of a user. The electrodes may in some case be placed inside or around the outer ear of the user, measuring the brain activity using electrodes placed in and around the outer ear may be preferred due to benefits such as reduced device mobility and decreased visibility of the electrodes when compared to other devices. And it goes on. And look, it says for accurate measurement of brain activity using an ear electroencephalography, oh my God, ear electroencephalography, EEG device. The ear EEG device may need to be customized for the user's ear. So it's talking about different sizes, and it gets worse. When you go down into the components of the patent details of how this thing is made, it says the tip, part 202, may be made of any material such as plastic, rubber, conductive material, silicone, or a mixture of these. In some embodiments, the housing underneath the tip 202 may be made of any kind of metal, ceramic, glass, plastic material, or a mixture of these. And the earpiece, part 202, is the silicone part that you actually put inside your ear. So they're saying that all those little dots and the silicone piece, the earbud, and it even goes on to say this little metal piece on the end on the stem that comes down is all used to capture and record your EEG brainwave activity. It even goes on in the patent and says how the left ear and the right ear, one can be the transmitter, one can be the receiver, it doesn't matter which one, and they have the rights to make it whichever one. And what it will do is through the conduction through your skin and contact with your skin, when you put the earbuds in, they can read your mind. They can read your brainwaves and they can map out your brainwaves with Apple earbuds. Measurements of brain activity using an ear electroencephalography device and ear EEG device may need to be customized for a user's ear. In some embodiments, the selection of one or more activity or reference electrodes may be performed using a machine learning based model. The machine learning based model may be configured to select one or more active electrodes. So basically, if you don't have perfect contact in your ear, the machine learning can adjust itself and it can apply power or things to different areas of the ear so that it can have the best contact no matter what the physical distance between the touching point and the ear is. So they're saying, even if it's not put in your ear very good, they want the models to be able to still perform the job. The earbud may be used to measure biosignal, for example, an EEG for measuring brain activity as described earlier. A current available earbud measuring the EEG may include an active electrode on the tip 102. It shows all of the images of your earbuds and how the silicone tip of it is actually an EEG brainwave monitoring system. It shows how they can integrate, blend into the silicone in either rings like this. They can even split it up into different slots like this to get the same effect, or even the one that has all the little holes in the silicone.
Dear Word talks about the Apple earbuds being able to be hacked by passerbys, but based on that, we gotta worry about the earbuds hacking our brain cells.
So, here you are in Colorado, about to go into an old school gold mine.
Oh, my leg didn't do shit.
Wish me luck, yo.
Oh, no, bats are good. Bat poop is bad. No, bats are good. Here, let's go together.
I'm coming through.
Good, it's dark. Look at with no light. Look at Randy.
Oh my dude. All right, I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you. Oh shit. Oh my god. This is a mine shaft. I've never been in a mine shaft before. Oh my god, this is awesome.
If I die in here, I'm okay with it, just so you guys know.
Shut up! Nobody's dying, yo.
Josie's mad claustrophobic. He's leaving. He says, I can't do it.
Oh, no, this might be the end of it right here. Yeah, this is the end of it. Oh, damn, this is... Alright,
Brandy, look at this. This must have been dynamite or something. That caused this shape right here or something.
Whoa.
I don't know, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
Guys, we're in it. We're in it. Go on.
There's nothing to go in.
Yes, there is. I love it.
What's up on that wall right there?
We're in a fucking
It's bug.
Is that gold?
Guano? No.
Guano.
I like it. All right.
Oh, there's like a bug in here.
There's a lot of bugs in here, Brandy.
It's pretty warm in here actually now.
Oh,
I could live in here, honestly. This wasn't bad. Like,
No, but it's
where's the
mine.
Yeah.
They weren't that committed. This is a tiny ass mine.
I was expecting it.
I was expecting bigger
Mines
too.
are usually like
Oh,
800
damn, look back
feet.
the other way. It's like,
Oh no, those are big wings. wings. Somebody lead the way. Somebody lead the way.
I think I can find better outdoorsy stuff to do.
Japan just eliminated Down syndrome forever. Japanese scientists just used CRISPR gene editing to delete the extra chromosome that causes Down syndrome, successfully restoring normal cell function for the first time in medical history. Researchers at my university developed a precision technique that targets and removes only the problematic extra chromosome 21 while leaving the normal pair completely intact. The breakthrough achieved a 30.6% success rate in eliminating the unwanted chromosome from cells, proving that chromosomal abnormalities can be corrected at their genetic root cause. This represents a fundamental shift from treating Down syndrome characteristics to potentially preventing them entirely by addressing the underlying genetic mechanism. The CRISPR system acts like molecular scissors, trained to distinguish between normal chromosomes and the extra copy, then precisely cutting out only the problematic genetic material. While still in laboratory stages, this research opens possibilities for treating other chromosomal conditions and advances precision medicine to unprecedented levels. The development raises complex ethical questions about genetic diversity and disability rights, as the Down syndrome community holds varying perspectives on genetic interventions. Current challenges include improving the success rate and developing safe delivery methods before any clinical applications could be considered. Should genetic medicine focus on eliminating conditions like Down syndrome, or does this approach risk devaluing neurodiversity and people with different abilities?
Jim Carrey's 62nd birthday party of November of 2024 was titled The Laugh Supper, by the group, of course. There is a lot to unpack in this picture. For one, I found it very, very interesting that Jim Carrey was wearing a Saturn shirt, while Seth Green was wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt. What is he doing to his eye? A lot of people would say I would do anything to be in this room with this group of guys. This is some of Hollywood's most famous comedians. However, have we been fooled by the characters they play on and off screen? Let's take Jim Carrey, for example.
I don't exist, so they're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters.
And why would any Hollywood celebrity create a character off screen for the public?
Because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character.
Do any of you remember Catriona White? She took her own life in 2015 after being Jim Carrey's on and off girlfriend of 3 years. Catriona wrote a letter 2 years prior to taking her own life, claiming that Jim Carrey introduced her to various things, including mental abuse, disease, substances, bad atmospheres, you name it. Catriona's mother and her ex-husband both tried to take Jim Carrey to court for the alleged wrongful death of Catriona. However, by February of 2018, the case was thrown out and life went on for everyone. Well, except for Catriona. And let's not forget the video he made for Emma Stone when she was just 22 years old and Jim Carrey was well over 40.
And every day for the rest of your life, you would thank God that I was the appropriate age for you.
So does the world only love the characters they play on and off screen? Do we ever see who they really are? And like I said previously, there's a lot to unpack in this picture. I thought Jim Carrey was leaving the industry, and now it's looking like he's even deeper in.
So our Walmart has these delivery drones. As you can see, they're called Zipline, but it looks like this guy is over here. And he is, looks like he's loading it up. I just saw it fly down. Oh, look at that. Look, it's going, dude. Let's see. So apparently this is like a new delivery thing that you can order stuff off the Walmart app and then it will deliver to your house. I think in like 10 minutes or something crazy. But you have to live like so close to the store. This is a new thing that they just added into our Walmart. We're near like Dallas, Texas. But how cool is that? I've never seen anyone do it. Here he comes. Oh, look at it. It picked up the item. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's so cool. And then I guess it just flies away and delivers to where you're at. Oh my goodness. That's so crazy. Looks like there's another guy going out there with something else. Yeah, it flew away. It's going somewhere. Let's see it up there. There it goes. It's flying away. Where'd it go? There it is.
If I worked at Walmart, I wouldn't mind working in that drone section. Based on where that package landed, I'm not sure if it was meant for that yard or the one next door.
Imagine going to the movies and instead of seats, there's treadmills, and you have to walk on them for almost 2 hours at a 3-mile-per-hour pace. And if you slow down, you get kicked out. You don't get to see the rest of the movie. Well, that is exactly what happened with Lionsgate's new movie, The Long Walk. They invited people to see an early screening, and instead of seats, they had treadmills, and they made people walk. And if they slowed down, they were kicked out. They didn't get to finish it. This is insane marketing, and I actually am here for it. This movie is based off of Stephen King's dystopian novel. It's about 100 boys that are forced to walk, and if they slow down or stop, they are eliminated permanently. And whoever wins, they get whatever they want for the rest of their lives. But that's also meaning that if you have friends and family also in this walk, there can only be one winner, so you know what's gonna happen to them, or to you. This movie's directed by Francis Lawrence, the guy behind The Hunger Games, which is pretty fitting considering this is similar to The Hunger Games. Only one winner, everyone else dies. Even the cast wanted to make it authentic. They literally walked 8 to 15 miles a day. By the end of it, some of them had logged over 300 miles. That's insane. And from early reviews for this movie, I think it's gonna be a big one. And I'm really excited to see it. It comes out September 12th for everybody else. I guess the only question left is, would you survive the long walk?
What is this fish?
That is not no fish.
That fish looked like a failed attempt from a lab modification.
I'll take this down when I'm ready for you folks to cross. Cool. There is going to be a gust of air, so hold on any loose clothing. That's the exhaust air leaving the mine. So feel free to step aboard, make your way back out over to your left. I'm going to be next to the door.
Alright. This is cool. Oh man, we're going down, y'all. This is crazy. At night, this is gonna be so cool.
Just got a bit lean now. Let's slide this door over, watch your shoulders. Down we go.
Alright.
We're head on down 650 feet. You go, going, feel pressure on ears, so yawn, chew, or swallow. That's gonna pop your ears feel. As you can see, we can't. If you would like to yawn, all you have to do is raise your hand. I am kidding, of course. If you want to light, just say so. I'm more than happy to turn it off here. Does anybody here want to light the dog?
This is the kind of elevator that would make me have a deeper appreciation for the staircase. I'm not sure if that's real or AI, but let me know what you guys think.
For educational purposes only. In 1934, a geophysical mining engineer named G. Warren Shufeldt secured permits to drill for gold under Fort Moore Hill, just a stone's throw away from where Dodger Stadium stands today, using his so-called radio X-ray device capable of imaging underground. He claimed to have discovered a vast underground city beneath Los Angeles while searching for gold. Not just tunnels, an entire civilization built, he said, by a race of intelligent reptilian-like beings who were protectors of ancient knowledge, complete with temple chambers and vaults of gold tablets. With over 1,900 feet of tunnels and 9,000 square feet of catacomb rooms, he described the entire area as shaped like a lizard, with the head of the lizard under the stadium and the lizard's tail near the central library. He called it the Lizard People's City and claimed it was thousands of years old, predating modern Los Angeles by millennia. According to Shufeldt, he learned of the legendary city from a Hopi Indian he met during the process of digging, Elder Little Chief Greenleaf. A newspaper coverage in the Los Angeles Times in 1934 like Jean Bosquet's Lizard People's Catacomb City Hunted, cited Schaffelt's account as told to him by Greenleaf. He said these beings were survivors of a great cataclysm, reptilian in form, and they built their underground sanctuaries to escape the surface destruction and stored their history on gold tablets in a so-called key room beneath the hill. Hopi oral tradition does speak of the lizard people, beings who once lived beneath the surface and later came up from the underground. In the Hopi's clan origin stories, the lizard clan, or Kayakyam, is one of the oldest, said to have emerged from the third or sometimes fourth underworld via a sapapu, a symbolic or physical opening in the Grand Canyon. These early ancestors were described as having reptilian-like features, and the Hopi still speak of them as literal lizard-human hybrids rather than metaphorical spirits. The legend says a great catastrophe occurred 5,000 years ago, and it was in the form of a huge tongue of fire which came out of the southwest, destroying all life in its path, the path being several hundred miles wide. The city was dug as a means of escaping future fires. While some speculate this was a meteor, I think it was simply just a raging forest fire, just like many of the fires we saw in Los Angeles in early 2025.
The term yoga means the positioning of serpents and demons. In other words, people get into these positions with their arms and legs. Okay, it represents getting into a position of a snake, a deity, a spirit. That's why we have the Holy Spirit. We don't need to go into yoga.
This is the Seraphim catacombs built between 1550 and 1520 BC, allegedly by King Amenhotep. And this underground place, was carved out by the Egyptians to bury the bull, the Apis bull, the jackal, and the cat that they worshipped. They did sacrifices and stuff like that. There's 24 of these huge granite sarcophaguses, and look at that. Look at that. How did they do this? How did they make that like that? 70 tons. 70 tons. And allegedly in the 1850s, they didn't find any bulls. They didn't find any full mummified bodies in any of these things. And I think it's BS that they're telling us that this is for animals. I think these are Nephilim sarcophagi. Whether this is pre-flood or not, I'm not entirely sure, because we know the Nephilim came back after the flood, according to the book of Numbers. And obviously there's giant bones and stuff that you can freely search on Google. But look at that. How did they cut that? This is mined 550 miles south in Aswan, Egypt. Look at the carvings. Some of these carvings may have been added later, but look at the sharp bronze tools. I think this is a Nephilim tomb, because there's Egyptian hieroglyphic artwork of massive giant people, or at least people bigger than the other people, standing around. And look, how did they carve out the inside of this? Look at those sharp angles like that. And now that we know that the mainstream lies about everything, they didn't find any full mummified bulls down here. They found pieces of things, bones of things, but the tomb raiders probably found these huge people in these coffins, and they used to eat mummified people because they thought that eating mummified people would give them health benefits. Did y'all see how smooth this is? Sorry if it's loud in the background. I'm currently in New York, but look how smooth that is. They're not doing this with hammer and chisel. Okay, this is ancient technology, and I believe that this is. Oh yeah, and by the way, when they discovered this, they found this sarcophagus just randomly in the tunnel, and our guide looked us in the face and said that they built the tunnel around the sarcophagi. Like, how did they get them down there? And he was like, oh yeah, they just built it on top. They built the cave system on top of the sarcophagi. Like, and I was looking at him, I'm like, I'm not gonna cause any problems.
I think the ancient technology that was used to cut the stones of pyramids were the same ones used for the Nephilim tombs.
And cloning technology, we got in a huge fight with the Swiss. They, as you all know, are the heads of the cloning technology. A big problem happened when we ended up cloning Jamie Foxx. I can't get into it here. I did sign an NDA, but let's just say it ruined our relationship with the Swiss cloning people. And, you know, hey, not my fault. I'm just the head of the interns. But honestly, that Jamie Foxx clone looks like trash. And we do want the refund, and we should get the refund. And it's not okay that you're still dodging our refund request, Swiss scientists.
Supposedly, the Jamie Foxx that we see now doesn't have the head tattoo that he once had.
What's this guy doing? Okay, now he's got rope. Maybe this guy's picking him up. Nope. Okay, now he's putting the rope around the 75-inch TV. I mean, everyone's looking at him. Oh man, this guy has questions what he's doing too. Okay. There's actually no way. He's balancing the TV. No. Surely there's no way he's gonna do this. On the unicycle. There's no way. Dude, that's epic! Oh my gosh!
A dealership would have a hard time trying to convince that guy to buy a pickup truck, but that's it for the video. Thanks for kicking it with me, but before you leave, hit the like button and sub up. I appreciate all the love, and let me know what you think about any of those clips in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.